Hello YouTube and welcome to a new video. I hope you guys like my new background on my camera. And yeah, today we're gonna react on Australia. We need to talk about your food. For more best ever food review, sure. Um, I'm excited what foods what food will be there, but I hope it's fit in the title. Like this will never fit into the title because you also have to text best ever food review show as 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 reaction on the title, and yeah, that will never fit, but it's fine. It's fine. Let's let's don't talk too much and let's reacting on this video. Let's see. Ah, wait a minute. I almost forgot it. Almost. But I have it.
I've already been to Australians love to Australia. In this video, I'll be harshly judging the foods Australians love most. I've already been to Australia. We shot a whole series here, but all the food we ate was caught or hunted. It looks good? Is this how it's supposed to look? But now I've come to Melbourne, Australia's most populated city with over 5 million people. Here, we'll finally answer the question, what is Australian food? And then I'll be judging it harshly. We are headed to our first location now, which just so happens to be a gas station. In Australia,
What? A gas station is the first place? Okay.
they call it a servo, short for service station. Now, why am I at a gas station? Why am I at a gas station? One of the iconic foods of Australia, a food that is Australian through and through, I'm told, can be found at places like this. I'm talking about the meat pie. Two words that alone, not that funny, but you put it together
Meat pie?
and it's hilarious. Now, I believe the origins of the meat pie go back to the UK. When I was in London, we learned a lot about this pie full of meat.
I'm not sure if it sounds right or not.
When I was in London, I tried the top of the top when it comes to meat pies. A meat pie that costs well over $500. Here, it's gonna be a different standard. A gas station quality meat pie. Is it still delicious and is it Australian? Well, let's go inside and find out. All right, folks, so I'm headed right now into the Ready Express and I'm hoping that I don't get kicked out. Let's see what happens. Right here is the food section. Here you'll find a lot of the usual suspects. Donuts, muffins, but we're not here for that. I'm here for the meat pie. Right here in the hot food case, we have a couple of different meat pies. Up here, we have a
Egg on Aiken, classic beef, classic meat pie.
brand called Coles, but I'm told, no, this is what we want. 4 and 20. I'm gonna get 2 for good luck. Also, everyone's looking at me like I'm insane. Who films themselves in a gas station? In today's video, my
And the Coke Zero, of course.
hope is to understand more about what Australian food actually is. Because last time I was here, all we did was hunt and kill animals and eat those animals. And that was Australian. It happened in Australia. But when you talk about cuisine, food that you find in fine dining restaurants or diners or even gas stations, I'm wondering what Australian food is. Right here, we have perhaps the most iconic brand of meat pie you'll find in Australia. On top, it says, the Great Australian Taste. My friend Andrew, who is Australian, sent me a voice text talking passionately about this food.
Bro, you gotta do one of these 4 and 20 meat pies. Every Australian grows up eating this particular meat pie, and it's pure trash. Like every other meat pie is pretty good, but 4 and 20 is total dog shit. And it's like the most recognizable Australian pie.
He also wrote, prepare for instant diarrhea. So, thanks for the tip, Andrew. Now,
That not sounds good. But yeah, he goes.
here's the thing. It's not even in some kind of a tin dish. It's just pure pie. Let's give it a shot. It looks like dog food, but it tastes at least twice as good. And I've had dog food, so I would know. Some people say, oh, Sonny, you grew up white trash. How can you be a food critic? Well, I can at least compare stuff to dog food. Let's break this open and really see what it looks like.
It's interesting. It looks alright. But like always, I'm going for the thumbnail. I'm just not sure if this will be the thumbnail or not, but I save it. Okay.
On the inside. Oh, that's a beauty. My friend Andrew said prepare for diarrhea. What do you mean prepare? It's already in that shape. That said, it is beefy. You pull it from the hot box and it's the same consistent temperature all the way through that big meaty pie. So this is my first taste of Australian food right here. Is this a good omen of things to come? Let's find out. Boom, we have come to our second location of the day. Behind me, a place called Hector's Deli. Here they're serving something called a toasty. What I believe they do is bake bread and then toast that bread. We're gonna go inside now to see how the toasty
Toasty? A baked bread? What's get toast? Okay.
is made and hopefully get some answers to the question, what is Australian food? Can you define that?
Ooh, I think we're pretty lucky to be such a melting pot of cultures in Australia that we're lucky enough to just always take the best attributes of any kind of food culture and somewhat make it our own with our beautiful produce that we have here in Australia.
In doing research for coming to Australia, I learned that the toasty is one of the iconic foods. But what is a toasty?
It's a toasted sandwich, 2 pieces of bread, generally cheese to bind together some protein. The chefs here today are just putting together our mushroom
Yeah, but what is a toasty?
melt. We've got a mushroom mix of cut up portobello mushrooms. Underneath we've got 2 types of cheese and then
The mushroom don't looks that good, but I have to say I'm not a mushroom fan. Maybe that's why.
we've got our in-house made hectic sauce.
I've never seen so much potential deliciousness laid out in this way. But today we're going to be focusing on the ham, cheese, and tomato. Let's get to that now. Boom, right now I'm with Chef Joe right here. We're about to get started on this ham, cheese, and tomato toasty.
So we're going to begin by buttering our bread. I'm going to put that face down.
Oh, wow. All right, butter's going face down.
So we're going to start with our tomato relish.
In the tradition
Why you getting butter face down? Why?
toasty, would the tomato be an actual slice of tomato?
Yes, it would. I have a pretty averse reaction to hot slices of tomato. It goes really soggy and incredibly hot. So that's why we use the tomato relish. Next, we've got our mozzarella, the provolone. I'm then going to season our cheese, flake salt, white pepper. Lastly, we're going to go on with our mortadella.
What is mortadella?
Mortadella is an Italian sausage, so it's a pork mince.
You don't ask what mortadella is, or? Everybody knows what mortadella is.
And then they fold pork fat through it to give it really nice, rich texture.
Fancy, I like it. So the butter side is coming back up. You've got butter on the outside, all those fillings on the inside.
And we're going to put that down, and then we're just going to close the lid.
So I've never seen something like this, where it's clear the heating element is on the inside. You can see through to it. I've never heard of essentially making a melt on hot glass. Amazing how far sandwich technology has come here in Australia. 6 minutes has passed,
sorry.
and this is the
I'm sorry, I was yawning.
final product. It is indeed looking very toasty. Look at the color on that.
We always cut our sandwiches down the middle, then
That looks
finally,
good.
little chef's kiss.
Oh, that is a very nice touch. Ooh. And that's why they call it a
Oh, damn.
toasty. All right, folks. Right here we have our second food of the day, the toasty. In fact, 2 different toasties. So this is more of the
Damn. I don't know, that looks good. I want this toasty. Give it to me. And not like this. Not in a naughty context, but give me the toasty.
modern version of a classic toasty. Let's give it a shot. That's right. Here's what I like about Jono. We're talking about the toasty. He says traditionally it has tomatoes. We don't use tomatoes. Traditionally though, it has ham. We don't use ham. So what is this actually? Well, it's something unique to Hector's Deli here. But let me say, there's nothing disappointing here. The meat, definitely not
It's mortadella, yeah.
ham. It is much more like a bologna, but you know, somehow, since it's inspired by European meats, it feels more fancy. There's something about bologna in the USA that always comes with a little bit of sadness. It's too perfectly tubular. Food
Yeah, right. When he ever eats just American food, maybe he Maybe American don't know what mortadella is, or USA peoples.
Shouldn't have perfect geometric shapes. Meanwhile, here we have this nice thinly shaved bologna. This is bologna for the 1%. Let's give it another shot. Very cheesy. Beyond that, the relish. I would say the relish is both savory and pretty sweet. It kind of feels like the type of sandwich you would eat as a kid, but here they've made an elevated version of that. So that is the toasty round one, but we still have this remaining right here. This is the beef and pickle. Joe, tell me about this.
It's a light rye bread, buttered both sides. On the inside, we have a sweet pickle relish, some high melt cheese, sauerkraut, and then really nice, really smoky pastrami.
Looks amazing. Let's get to toasting. On to our final toasty. Let's give it a shot. I like it. Very delicious. It's interesting.
My God. It looks so good.
Compared it to a Reuben, to me it's more like a Cuban sandwich. Inside you have cheese, you have beef, but then you've got big thick pickles and you have kind of a sharp mayonnaisey mustardy sauce. I think from one toasty to the next we have stepped up. This is an explosion of flavor. There's so much sauce. It's
Yeah, sure you stepped up. There's so much more stuff inside it and a very tasty stuff inside it.
sour, it's savory, and it's got a little bit of heat. It's very nice. So this is round two. I gotta say, this is a big step up from where we started. I'm getting excited, and I'm starting to get more of an idea of what Australian food really is. But let's keep moving. Boom, we've come to our third location. Right behind me, a little pub known as the Birmingham Hotel. In this pub, they're serving something called parma. So what is a parma? Well, to me as an American, it kind of looks like a chicken parmesan. So what is the Australian?
Yeah, it's Parma is basically that what he said. It's like I don't know, guys. Do you know schnitzel? It's like schnitzel with cheese over it, with very much cheese on it.
Take on this classic dish. Let's go inside and find out. I'm in the back with manager Mitch right now. Mitch, I have a lot of questions about the parma, but first, I want to ask, what is Australian food?
Look, that's almost impossible to answer. It's oily, it's healthy, it's all kinds of things that we've stolen from other cultures and immigrants and different families that have moved here. But I mean, there's food that goes back thousands of years with our Indigenous people as well. We're very good at appropriating other people's food ideas.
Today I'm coming here for the parma. Why do you think some people consider this Australian food?
Well, again, along that appropriation theme, there's a couple of versions that have evolved over time. It started in Italy with an eggplant dish. Then I think the Italian immigrants in the United States came up with their chicken parm. But our version is kind of an amalgamation of all of those along with a schnitzel. It's kind of like a sandwich that you...
Yeah, see, like I said, it's a version with a schnitzel, and over it is cheese.
with cutlery. It just ticks every box.
Mitch, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now let's head into the kitchen. Boom, we are in the Parma kitchen. I am with Tusil, and he is a parmacist. Yes?
Yes.
Here, what's special about this place is they are crumbing their own chicken. So right here we have some lightly seasoned, pre-measured, pre-portioned chicken breasts. Take it away. Oh, step one, dredge it in the flour. After the flour, it heads into the egg wash.
Yeah, he makes now the schnitzel.
And the egg wash is seasoned with salt and pepper. Finally, the breadcrumbs go on top. Our next step is putting all of these glorious parmas into the oil. So right here we have our chicken that has...
You have to try it, guys. You can also make it home. You make schnitzel and then you do cheese on it, and then you do it warm again. That the cheese is melting on top.
Has been breaded. It is now time to transform this into the
Ah, yeah, right. You have to. I almost forget it. You have to do the tomato sauce on it, and then the cheese.
classic Australian Parma. Let's go. Step one, their Napoli sauce. It goes on top of the chicken. From here, ham. The ham is
Yeah, normally without ham, but they do it with ham. Normally you eat it without ham, but that's you can do it like you want to. Everyone has a other Parma version.
lightly smoked. And then underneath, their signature
Oh, shit.
cheese mix going on top of the Parma. From here,
Oh my
it's gonna
God.
head into the
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I accidentally tapped out. I'm sorry.
oven, or that cheese is gonna melt and it's gonna get all delicious. Time has passed and it looks like we have our final product right here. Look at that, nice color, a little bit golden brown on the edges. The cheese has melted all the way through. He puts it on a plate with some chips and a salad. He hits it with some parsley and that is finished. Parma, let's get into it. This is a food that's a little
I didn't know that food can be looks that awesome. I know that food looks awesome, but this awesome?
confusing. It reminds me of being in Germany eating schnitzel. That said, I used to work at a very fine dining establishment known as Applebee's. We had something there called a chicken parmesan.
Applebee's. I never heard about Applebee's, but I guess it's a America thing.
And that was chicken that was breaded with a marinara and cheese. That's it. Here, their classic traditional version most resembles that. Look at that. Juicy chicken breast, all of it beautifully breaded. And I gotta say, it looks more juicy than I expected. Let's give it a shot. Oh, there's so much happening there. First of all, the sauce.
Yeah, and Parma comes normally, I guess, from Italy. I guess it's a Italy thing normally, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Extremely savory, full of flavor, tastes like delicious Italian food. The ham adds a hint of brininess to the overall flavor. It makes it more juicy, it makes it more flavorful. I like it. Susil is quite the parmacist. But this is the more classic version.
Yeah, Parmacist. It's very funny. It's very funny. Yeah, this has to be the normal version without ham, I guess.
Of Parma here in Australia. Then they have this.
Oh no. Yeah, we have this at.
But this is the more classic version of Parma here in Australia. Then they have.
We eat this in Germany as well. But I hate pineapple on meat and I hate pineapple on pizza. What are you saying, guys? Do you love it or do you hate it?
This. This is Parma on a whole new level. Let's take a little bit of a tour. Right here, we have the Hawaiian Parma.
Basically just your classic Parma with those classic Hawaiian ingredients, which is ham and pineapple.
And then right here, this is their crunchy Parma.
It's got hot sauce, Frank's hot sauce, and potato gems, or as you would call them, tater tots.
I'm sorry, what did you call it? Potato jams?
Potato gems, yes. Look at them. They look like they're little gems of potato.
Potato gems. That sounds way fancier than tater tots. And then we go over here to Australian Parma. I thought Parma is already Australian than tater tots. And then we go over here.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No, 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 no. This is a thumbnail worth it. This is thumbnail worth it. That looks so awesome. It's also, maybe you can say it's way too much on it, but it looks awesome. You have to admit it.
Here to Australian Parma. I thought Parma is already Australian. Why call it the Aussie Parma?
I mean, you can never make it too Australian, can you? Very similar to an Aussie pizza, which is bacon, egg, and cheese.
Then there's this one right here. That, my friends, is the Mexican Parma.
Instead of the Napoli sauce,
In Mexican Parma because maybe the jalapeno and stuff like this.
they make a bean mix, chuck on some
And yeah, in the bean mix, of course.
guacamole, some sour cream, some jalapenos.
I'm sorry. Have you ever seen a Mexican in Australia?
Not lately.
I don't know if I can try all of these. Let's try the Mexican one. I mean, this is pretty different. There's no marinara. They're going with beans and some classic Mexican toppings. Let's try it out.
Yeah.
Very nice. Anytime you're working with a good base, it's hard to mess it up. The chicken itself, it's already fantastic. So dare it to say, I feel like they could pile almost anything on top of there and it's gonna be good. Here, the beans do a good job of replacing the marinara. It's cheesy. There's guacamole. I feel like I'm eating fried chicken nachos. What's fun about this food is it's just like a complete clash of cultures. It's a little bit
I'm mixed. I'm mixed about avocado. I love good avocado, but avocado can also be bad. I was eating much bad avocado avocado before, but so guacamole. But also I eat it very good guacamole before.
Mexican, it's a little bit Australian, it's a little bit Italian, it's a little bit American, it's a little bit of everything. It's confused, but at the same time, it makes sense. I'm gonna try one more. Guys, do I try the cowboy Australian one or do I try the Hawaiian one? I think we go Hawaiian. Canned pineapple, let's go. Juicy, fruity, sweet.
I hate it. I hate it. Also when it looks good, but I hate it. I eat it before. I hate it.
Pineapple going on pizza, it's one of the most controversial things you can do with pizza. You think America is polarized now with politics. Pizza is what's really driving the country apart. There are the people who absolutely think pineapple on pizza should be abolished. Meanwhile, I went to Gordon Ramsay's pizza restaurant in the UK, and he has a Hawaiian pizza. I think to stick it to all the critics. So this is our third location. I feel like we're building momentum, but we have so much more to see. Let's keep moving. After that Parma, it is time to switch up our proteins. We are moving from land animals to fish from down under the sea. Behind me, a fish and chip shop. I know what you're thinking. Wait, isn't fish and chips British food? Well, it is. It's
Yeah, fish and chips is normally British, isn't it? It's not Australian. And I don't understand why they call it chips. Normally it's just fries.
started there, but then it moved here and they made it better, I hope. Let's go inside and see how they're making fish and chips in Melbourne.
Welcome to Carlisle Seafood, opened in 1907. It's the oldest fish and chip shop in all of Melbourne. 21 years ago, it was taken over by a Lebanese family. But even though the owners have changed, they've kept the original recipes, the classic architecture, and the long-standing traditions alive.
Boom, I am in the kitchen right now with Hannah. You're originally from Lebanon.
Yes.
Onastada. She is pretty. He is pretty, Hannah.
For you, how would you define Australian food?
It's literally
I know a girl is saying to a girl that she is pretty, but girls support girl.
impossible to explain Australian food because there's like so many cultures and so many things.
So let's get into the fish and chips. Tell me, what is the difference between British fish and chips and fish and chips here in Australia?
Well, over here, we use gummy shark. That's everyone's go-to. In Britain, they serve fish and chips with mushy peas, gravy. Over here, we just sell fish with chips and a salad.
So two big differences. I mean, the type of fish is huge. Why are folks here using the gummy shark?
It's the least fishy
Gummy shark? What's a gummy shark? I never heard about it.
taste. It's the cleanest and it's really tasty.
Amazing. Let's get into some cooking. So right now I am with Hannah's father. This is Jimmy. And Jimmy has some
Oh, he's still the owner. The owner is still cooking. Let's go.
fish right here. So this is the gummy shark. this is a fish I'm going to be trying shortly.
First, Jimmy starts by filleting the gummy shark, cutting it into thin slices. Then he dips each piece into their homemade batter and drops it into the fryer.
Jimmy tells me these are the crunchiest fish and chips in all the land.
Next, Jimmy prepares the potato cakes. Thin slices of potato coated in batter. Together with the French fries, he lowers it into the oil.
At last, we have our fish and also chips all together in one fryer.
Alongside the gummy shark, I'll also be trying their barramundi fish and chips.
All right, so right here we have our chips and potato cakes. He's going to throw some into each of these boxes.
Please stop calling fish chips. But what is potato cakes? I never heard about this. You can maybe call potato cakes as chips, but not fries.
This is right here. He's going to hit them with a little bit of salt. Then the flake. Hit that with even more salt and a couple lemons on the side. Over here we have the barramundi that's just come out of the hot oil, and that's going to get thrown on top of those chips. Hit it with a little bit of salt.
And that's how we make our fish and chips at Carlisle Seafoods.
All right, folks, meal 4 here in Australia. When I see fish and chips, I think this is like the ultimate comfort food.
Jamie has much hunger. He's much hungry because he buy 2 of them. Maybe the cameraman is eating with him.
It's like, are you happy? Eat fish and chips. Are you sad? Eat fish and chips. Did you just gamble away your family's life savings? Eat fish and chips. Almost any scenario you can think of, fish and chips should follow.
Sponsored by Fish and Chips.
What's really interesting about eating this is they're using shark. I've eaten shark.
Sponsored by chips and fish. Yeah, that's I'm not sure if this will be a good sponsor, but why not, I guess? Why not?
Plenty of times before, but I've eaten it in dishes that were a little bit more rare. But here, what they call flake, it's what they're using all the time for fish and chips. Beyond that, it's also about this right here. These are big fat chips like I've seen in London. Let's give one of these chips a try. That's pretty good. This is the best version of British chips.
I get angry when he is saying chips about it. I get very angry.
I've ever tried in my life. It's actually crunchy on the outside, and then it's like mashed potatoes on the inside. This is really impressive, but that is just our first potato option of 2. Right here, we have the potato cake. So it's essentially like a big flat French fry. Let's give it a try. Very cakey. It's almost like a gigantic steamy potato chip. It's got a ton of crunch on the outside. Then on the inside, it's so satisfyingly steamy. This is really excellent. All right, let's get to the reason we're here.
Oh, sorry, I yawned. I'm so sorry.
The gummy shark. They say it lacks bones. It doesn't even have teeth. That sounds perfect. Oh my lord. That looks nice. Let's go.
Gummy shark don't have teeth? That's interesting.
I love how crunchy it is. So oily, so crunchy, so satisfying. The fish itself is not mushy, it is flaky. That said, he's really pushing the fact that kids like this because it's a very neutral taste. I gotta say, it's true. You can tell that the protein is there. You can taste that nice crunch, but the fish, no real flavor. So I wanna give it a bit of a dip in here. Let's give it a shot. I'm in love. It's so crunchy. And then it's the perfect vehicle for that tartar sauce.
Fish in remoulade is always I got to go. I can't speak anymore. It's a go-to.
You put it all together, absolutely delicious. But then we have this. This is a fish known as a barramundi, a very common fish off the coast of
Barramundi. Oh, I see here. You ordered 2 different fish types.
Australia. The barramundi, he said, it's going to have a lot more of a fishy flavor. It's going to be a little bit more potent. But again, this is something you're not going to find in the UK. When I was in London, you could get cod, halibut, and that was about it. If you're making fish and chips with a completely different fish, it's going to be a completely different experience. So let's try it here with the barramundi. First of all, the shape of the fish is much different.
Damn, it looks way different than the other one.
It's very big and very wide. Let's give it a shot. This one, I gotta say, it's got a better bite. You can see, not mushy at all.
Yeah, but you see, now that's much more fishier because they don't even. It has the skin on. It has still the skin on.
it really can take some abuse. It's less flaky, it's more robust, and it's got a better bite to it. That said, if I had to pick a favorite, I would say I like this one because it doesn't have bones, but this one, the texture, the flavor, it hits different. I really like the barramundi. Now, the ultimate question is, who is doing fish and chips better, London or Melbourne? I gotta say, the scales are tipping towards Melbourne. Here, it's more crunchy, it's more flavorful, and it's an overall better experience. That said, we have one location remaining. Let's move. When I think Australian food, I don't typically think halal food, but at our 5th and final location, we are trying out just that.
Yeah, I don't think about it as well, about halal food.
Behind me, Puran kebabs, or should I say kebabs, because that's how people say it here, which is fun because it's distinctly wrong. Kebab. Here they've created a halal dish that is unique to Australia, and they call it the halal snack pack. How does it work? What's inside of it? Well, let's go inside and find out. Boom! I am in the kitchen with the owner of Prahan Kebab, Saeed.
Hi guys.
You're from Hyderabad?
Yeah, I'm from India, Hyderabad.
Meanwhile, this is like a Turkish kebab shop, and you are making Australian food.
Yes, I am.
I love it. This city's all over the place. First of all, let's talk about the halal snack pack.
So this was invented in mid-2010. Some people say it was invented in Sydney and some people say it was invented in Melbourne. It's a fusion dish, Middle Eastern meat and then the fries.
What time of day are people eating this most?
So mostly after the night out, we got all the nightclubs and the stuff in here.
So after some very non-halal behavior, people want to have a halal snack pack. Is that right?
Yeah, you can say that, yeah.
It is time to try out the snack pack. Let's get to it.
We start by frying up a fresh batch of French fries. Then we move to the
Now he's saying French fries. Now he's done saying chips anymore. Makes no sense, but it is what it is.
meat racks.
Wow, look at this device.
He slices thin sheets of lamb and lays them on
And when it's mixed different, please tell me in the comments. So what is the different about chips and fries?
the flat top, letting them crisp up even more.
Oh, that is looking nice.
Next comes the chicken.
I was saying I could use that on my face, but actually I could use that on my stomach. Just a couple layers.
He chops the meat with a spatula, breaking them into smaller pieces and mixing the two together.
Chips are ready. They head into the stainless steel bowl.
No, I say nothing.
Then he hits it with some chicken salt. Boom. So that is going to go inside of our lunchbox here. And cheese is going on top of the French fries. Next, he piles on the meat. Wow, literally a mountain of meat.
And finish it all off with a shower of 3 sauces: garlic, chili, and barbecue.
Oofda. This is a sauce lover's.
Damn. I'm not sure what will be the thumbnail, but I have so much different types of what can be a thumbnail. That's awesome looking.
Dream.
That's how we make halal snack pack at Prahan Kebabs.
All right, folks, listen. By the end of this video, I'm going to be telling you which of these Australian foods should be exported to the USA. But first, we have a snack pack to eat, and this is my kind of snack pack. What's interesting about this is all the ingredients are familiar. It's all foods you've seen before, but just in a different shape. It's like I can taste it already. Let's try grabbing some French fries from that base layer. Oh, they're shaped.
Wait
It's
a minute,
ingredients.
let me-
But first, end of this video, lover's dream.
That's how we make halal.
Garlic, chili, and barbecue.
Oofda.
Okay.
This is a sauce lover's dream. I'll be telling you which of these Australian foods. The interesting about this is all the ingredients are familiar. It's all foods you've seen before, but just in a different shape. It's like I can taste it already. Let's try grabbing some French fries from that base layer. Oh, there it is. The cheese is indeed melty. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, French fries, incredible. Very good base. Beyond that, the cheese, gooey, melty, but already, even though I didn't really get meat in that bite, I'm tasting the juicy animal oils dripping down onto the fries. That's pretty good. Let's hunt around a little bit more here in the corner. Oh my gosh. A combination of chicken, lamb, fries, tons of sauce, and cheese. This may be the most flavorful bite I've had all day. Let's go for it. This thing is sauced to the gills. It is so full of flavor. It's hot. It's sour.
It looks good though. It looks very good.
Then there's the garlic. It's creamy. It's got a nice tang to it, but all of that sauce is on that juicy, succulent meat. Poutine, see your way to the door. You're no longer wanted. You're no longer needed. This is the new French fry-based drunk food in town. Halal Snack Pack doesn't judge when you drink a beer. It doesn't judge when you have a little bit of pork. Halal Snack Pack doesn't mind if you have premarital coitus. It's not telling anybody. As Australian folks might say, it mops up the slop. I've never heard that expression before, but it kind of makes sense. You know, with all the foods we tried today, I'm not surprised that this is a new, beloved, eagerly adopted creation here in Australia. People in Australia, they like to drink, they like to have a good time, they like to go to the pub. Back in the day, after drinking, folks were relegated to just getting meat pies from gas stations. But for about the past 15 years, this has been on the menu for Australians, and I can see why they absolutely love it. So that is our fifth and final food of the day. I came to Australia to mock these people, and by gosh, it didn't work out that well. It turned out a lot of what I tried today was pretty good. And in fact, I'm going to tell you which one food I think deserves to be exported to the USA immediately.
That's way too awesome. That's everything what I saw in this video. That's wow.
If you've not been drinking, I think the Toasty is the perfect tasty treat that should be exported to the USA post-haste. Now, I know you're gonna say, hey, we already have a melt, but no, Toasty is slightly different. But if you have been drinking, I'm gonna recommend the Halal Snack Pack. We have kebabs, but do we have the snack pack? We don't. And it's something we could desperately use in the USA. But that's just my opinion. I wanna know from you guys, of these 5 foods, which do you wish you could most try?
Good question. Maybe this is still the thumbnail. Wait a minute, I have everything on it now. This is even the thumbnail. I'm getting hungry, but I have to. I can't eat now. I can't eat now. It's way too early to eat.
Yourself, let me know downstairs in the comments down below. And before we go, I want to say a huge shout out and a thank you to Local Eats, the YouTube channel based right here in Melbourne. These guys are going all around the city trying Melbourne's greatest and foods from beyond too. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace. All right, that's good. Cut.
I love that.
In this video, I'll be taking.
I love that.
Welcome to Australia.
I love that. But guys, which food was the best for you? For me, it was. Alone from the looking, it was. Let me think about it. I think it was the sandwich. The sandwich was the best for me, I guess. But what was the best for you? Let me know in the comments. Which one would you eat? Which one would you eat, and which one would you eat at least? Wait, which one is the top and which one is not the top for you? That was I wanna say. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I will be happy when you subscribe, when you activate the bell to don't miss out any videos. And when you like that, let a thumb up there. I hope you have a good day, and we will see us in the next video. Bye bye guys, bye bye.